with the traffic wardens.
And that's it tonight. Good night.
Hey, have you ever tried really reaching out for the other side? I may be climbing on rainbows, but baby, it goes. Life can be short or long. Love can be right or wrong. If I chose the one I'd like to help me through, I'd like to make it with you. Dreams, therefore, don't so sleep. Life is for us to keep. And if you're wondering what this song is leading to, I want to make it.
Whatever your financial needs, together with the Abbey National, you can make it.
I really think that we could make it, girl.
Good evening. The High Court in Edinburgh has been hearing evidence from a police pathologist describing how 2 soldiers and a civilian army employee were shot dead last January. He was speaking at the trial of a 30-year-old Royal Scots corporal accused of their murder. Bill McFarlane reports.
Lothian and Borders police surgeon Dr. Robert Nagel told of his findings from a post-mortem on 3 men the day after they were found dead. He described a gunshot wound to the head of Private John Thompson, aged 25. His conclusion was he'd been shot through the back of the neck. The bullet had passed through the brain, out the forehead, into his arm and out again. This, said Dr. Nagel, would cause immediate collapse and very rapid death. Earlier, the court had heard how 3 men were found in the snow at Loganlee Cottage in the Pentland Hills by a shepherd. 39-year-old William Kenyon told how he'd seen bloodstains in the snow, which he thought had come from a sheep. Then he spotted the lower half of a man's body. 30-year-old Corporal Andrew Walker is charged with the murder of 2 soldiers and a civilian employee of the army. It's alleged he shot retired Major David Cunningham in the head, Staff Sergeant Terence Hosker in the head and body, and Private John Thompson in the arm and head. He's further charged with stealing the 19,000 payroll they'd been carrying and later attempting to pervert the course of justice by threatening a witness. Walker is pleading not guilty to all charges and has lodged a special defensive alibi on the murder charges. The trial before Lord Grieve continues.
Shop stewards at Scott Lithgow's on the Lower Clyde say their membership has been betrayed by the management decision to axe over 600 jobs by the end of next year. They feel the efforts the workforce have made to re-establish the reputation of the yard since the takeover last year have been thrown back in their faces. The yard's owners, Trafalgar House, say they want the 600 voluntary redundancies by next Wednesday, otherwise they will be compulsorily introduced. The cuts would reduce the workforce by 2,000. Football now, and in a dramatic match at Parkhead tonight, Rangers had 2 players, Cooper and Dawson, sent off, while Celtic missed a penalty. The final score was 1-1, with McInally scoring for Celtic and McCoist equalising for Rangers from the penalty spot. And finally, Edinburgh's £600,000 festival square burst into life today when its showpiece fountain was switched on by Lord Provost John Mackay. Festival Square is at the centre of the redevelopment of British Rail's Lothian Road goods yard, which also includes the recently opened Sheraton Hotel. And that's the news tonight. Good evening.